Hi, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Jackson JS12, and this may be one of my favorite guitars under $300, just period. Now, Jackson makes a JS11, which is a 22 fret version of this, and they make the JS22, which has a couple differences from this. It has an arch top, a compound radius, and then it has some cosmetic differences like down fretboard and shark tooth inlays or shark fin inlays, but this is an amazing guitar for the money. Let's go ahead and go over the specs real quick. We have a poplar body, we have a maple neck, and an amaranth or black heart. It's listed either way. For the fretboard, 12-inch radius, 22 jumbo frets, and look how polished these are. See if I can get that to show up with the ring light. These are just beautiful. These are highly polished. You can't feel them at all. This is really some of the best fretwork I felt on any guitar. My JS11 and 22 were not this good. I don't know why this one's so good, but I love it. We have a plastic nut. We have, I believe, a 1.685, so it's a little wider nut. Standard sealed tuners. We have slight contour in the back. Both of your control plate and your trim cover are recessed. We do have an arm contour and a belly contour. And we have a 2-point fulcrum tremolo. It does have a full-size block. 2 high output humbuckers, 1 volume, 1 tone, 3-way switch. Now I will say the tremolo on this, because this is locked down, kind of how I do my strats actually. This is locked down right now pretty tight. When I used the bar, I had to put a lot of force. I mean, I was like, so, and it would pull the bottom 3 strings or top 3 strings out of tune. So, you definitely would have to float the tremolo or at least back it off. I'm not going to do it for this video. I try and do everything the way it comes from the factory without making any changes. So the first issue from the factory is that we have a tremolo that's not really usable as a trim. It's great, it's got a full block, great sustain and all that, but you're going to need to set it up to use a trim. Volume and tone pots. They're smooth, but they're not very quick. They have a lot of resistance. You're not going to be really doing volume swells with these. Other than that, I don't think I really had any issues. I've had this now for well over a week, 2 weeks, I think. The tremolo was my only real complaint, that you have to set it up to use the tremolo out of the box. And if I remember correctly, my JS11 and my JS22 was also that way. Now this is a slim satin neck. It's got a graphite truss rod for reinforcement. It feels great. It can always be a little smoother, but for being, there's plenty of guitars at $500 and $600 that feel just like this. This is not a bad feeling neck at all, and can be made smoother if you wanted it very easily. The 12-inch radius feels good. The 24 frets, like I said, they're all highly polished all the way down. It's nice all the way down. So this is a great looking guitar. It's a great feeling guitar and playing guitar out of the box, except for the tremolo. It's got really nice action. So that's it. That's the only thing I can really say about this out of the box, is that you're gonna have to set up the tremolo, and the pots are a little bit on the they're not as smooth as they could be. They're a little slow. The tuners work fine. They're not, fabulous. I've made a point about them before. Jackson standard steel tuners, they're all right. They work, they do the job. Some are better than others. I've had a couple that were not very good. Most of them have been fine. These are fine. They tune up just great. Don't have the problems with them that I've had with some of my other ones. So, and again, those were years ago now, I guess, about 5 years ago, that I had problems with the tuners on the Jacksons. None of my modern Jacksons have had that problem. So I really can't say anything else bad about this guitar. We're going to go ahead and hear it. Again, these are high output. I'm going to play it with clean. I'm also going to do some distortion, and I'm also going to use just some overdrive. So 3 different flavors. All right, let's hear it. All right, that is a Jackson JS12, and I have to say, it's a really solid guitar. It's a good-looking guitar. It plays really nice right out of the box. Set the trim up, and you'll be good to go. As far as the sound, I like the high output humbuckers in every guitar they've had them in. And this one, they look like they need to be set up a little bit, but wasn't bad out of the box. So great guitar, and these are $190. That's the big thing. They're a little bit more than the JS11 because you have this 24 frets instead of 22. They're $10 cheaper than the JS12, or the JS22, I mean. But the JS22 is strictly its cosmetics and a different style of body. So if you like the arm contour like I do, then this is the way to go. I don't prefer a compound radius, which I believe the JS12 has. The 12 inch is just fine for me. So as far as I'm concerned, this is the best Jackson, really, under $500. I mean, out of the JS line, I've played a lot of them, and this is my favorite by far. The JS12 is really nice. I like this better. However, if you like the compound radius and you like the arch top, you like the JS12 better. Both great guitars. If you just want the 22 frets, or you want to save the, I think, $20, you can get the 22 fret JS11. It's the same guitar with just 2 frets cut off. But yeah, for under $500, if you're looking at Jacksons, really this is my favorite Jackson. But again, no arch top, etc. But it's a good, solid playing guitar, and as you get up into the higher Jacksons, you still have these same pickups, guys. I've got Next Series back here, and it's the exact same pickups. And while it plays, I like the neck on it a little bit better, this guitar plays every bit as good. These are really good guitars for the money. So yeah, you definitely should check this out. If you're looking for this type of guitar at all, 2 humbuckers, and you don't want a locking tremolo, I would have to check this out. This is a really solid guitar for the money. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like this kind of content, please click like and subscribe. Click the bell icon to stay notified. Leave me some comments and suggestions. I would love to hear from you. And until next time, keep playing.